Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Monday, April 11th, and we are now headlong into our spring programming. What does that mean? I don't know. It means I don't love spring, Mark. It's not my favorite season. Got to be honest with you.
Don't you have a trip coming up?
Yeah, but that's already like a long time away. It's already like 2.5, 3 weeks. You know, a lot can happen in those weeks. So I don't get excited for a trip that is domestic, probably until 3 days before. And of course, because I'm such a freak, I'm very into like how I pack. I need new luggage. That's what I realized. I just went down to my storage unit to get my luggage out. I'm like, wow, this stuff is crap. Do you have the hard luggage or the soft luggage? What does Amanda use? I trust her. Oh my God, she's got the most expensive one. Can't I just get away? You know what? I'm going to have to do a lot more voiceover work if I'm going to pay for that crap. It's like twice as expensive as Away. The two of you shame me. All right, let's get on with it. This is the program that takes the mystery out of your financial life, and I'm going to try to make this decision off air about which luggage. Anyone who wants to provide a luggage recommendation, you can go to JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button, and say, luggage, Jill, buy this, whatever it is. I don't really care. I'm not a real luggage person. I am a great packer, however, and I love those little packing cubes. That I can get into. If you have a financial question, you can go to the exact same place, JillOnMoney.com. Let us know if you'd like to join us on the air. We love having you on the air. That's what Tony did. He's on the line from Pennsylvania. Tony, what can I do to help you out?
Well, I wrote in because I am about 56. I'm a widower. Daughter who's 16. My wife died about 7 or so years ago. I'm interested thinking about retiring in a few years, and I'm just curious, had some questions about paying for my daughter's college tuition. Do I need long-term care? A few other things. And also, if I do retire, how do I figure out health insurance between retirement and Medicare?
Those are all good questions. I'm so sorry about your loss, and it doesn't matter whether it's 7 years ago or 7 days ago. I know these things stay with us, so I'm very sorry about that. So tell us a little bit more about your financial life. How much do you earn right now?
About $100,000.
And is your daughter in public or private school?
Private school.
How much is that setting you back?
About $8,000 per year. It's a Catholic school.
You know what I love about Catholic school, even though I am a nice Jewish girl, I always really thought it was the coolest thing would be to wear a uniform, because I was like, then you don't have to think about what you're wearing. You just throw that little kilty thing on, or that skirt or whatever you're wearing, and like, you're done. I could really get into that. I was not a good kid to have to make decisions like that in the morning. As a result, I wore blue jeans and a t-shirt every single day of school, probably for 12 years. Okay. So on your $100,000 a year, do you make retirement contributions?
I do. I do not have access to a Roth 403B, just the traditional. I had been putting in, since I turned 50, the max, and before that too. But a few years ago, I decided I wanted to put down less and save more to do some things, travel and things with my daughter. And so I'm only putting in $1,000 of my own money per year, plus the 9% that my employer contributes. I do put in $7,000 into my Roth IRA.
Okay, so you're putting away $8,000 into retirement. You got an employer match. Are you going to be entitled to a pension?
No pension. No.
Okay. How much money is in the 403B?
In the 403B, about $1.2 million.
Holy crap. That's a lot of money. Wow. Okay. How much is in the Roth?
In the Roth, it's $560,000.
My goodness. You got a lot of money saved, man.
Yeah, my wife and I lived like grad students for several years.
Do you own your home?
Yes.
How much would you say it's worth, approximately?
Zillow, I looked at this, says about $300,000, I think.
Do you have a mortgage that's outstanding?
Yes. It's 3 3/8 is the interest rate. And I will admit I waited to send my thing in to you until I owe $1,900 left on it.
What do you mean? You literally have just $1,900 left?
Yes.
That's hysterical. Okay. How much money do you have in cash?
In cash, in my credit union, about $17,000.
Do you have any non-retirement assets?
I have about 36,000 in a taxable at Fidelity, and I also have my wife's. I inherited her 403b, which is currently worth about $960,000.
Any money saved for the kiddos' college?
Yeah, $180,000 right now.
529 or non or some other?
In a 529.
Do we think that your 16-year-old, because now you know exactly, like not exactly, but you kind of have an idea of like what kind of kid she is, public or private, do you think, for college?
I think either one.
Okay. You're pretty close and you're used to paying a little bit of money out of pocket. You got plenty of money. So you'll just pay it out of you'll use the 529 plan and then be done.
It does help that my college will contribute some money to tuition. It's one of our
you
benefits.
work at a university yourself?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, what do they contribute?
She wanted to go to that school. It'd be free for tuition. She does not.
She doesn't. Why would that ever work in your favor? I don't want to go. Then I've grown up there.
But yeah, right. But they'll give up to half of whatever.
Oh, so you're set. Whether it's, they give you half for public or private or either?
Up to half, up to whatever, some max for, depending on what my university
is. Oh, you're good. You're good. Yeah. All right. What are we going to do if you retire? What are we going to do about your health care? Well, if you retire early, and I don't know, are you thinking now? Or are you thinking, like, how long are we doing this for?
In terms of retirement, I'm thinking maybe 60, 61.
Okay.
So 4 or 5 years.
So you want to get her through college, essentially, and then retire?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
That's fine. You got plenty of dough. How much money do you spend?
Not much. I was thinking about this and thinking that after my mortgage is done, like I could probably...
after my mortgage is done, you got $1,900. It's done.
Next week.
Yeah.
I mean, your mortgage is done next week, essentially.
Yeah, in a couple months. Yeah, yeah, right. My take home is about $70-some thousand after everything. Yeah. And I've been paying $18,000 for the mortgage. So we've been living on, I don't know, $55,000 perhaps a year.
Dude, you are so set. So you could obviously do COBRA for a couple of years and then you'll go on the exchange and you'll buy some health insurance.
Okay.
I mean, I guess that you work at a university. So is there or some school, any sort of college, university, is there any way that you would want to I don't know, be part-time or something where you could get insurance? Or is it just it doesn't seem worth it to me. You've got so much money.
Yeah, I'm thinking about other family members and also thinking about my wife. It's like I have done what I can at my where I work, and I just want to see what's next.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking I've thought about maybe, teaching a class or two there.
Who cares? I agree with you. Life, you know what? You've had tragedy in your life. Why are we going to make you nuts? You've got plenty of money. You got over $2.1 million in traditional assets. So even if you lopped off a third of it, taxes are going to eat up a third of it, that's still a big chunk of money. Plus the 560 in the Roth, plus you don't spend that much money and you're going to have Social Security. So I think the only thing that I would say is that right now, I don't know what you think, Mark. I think we can stop putting money into the Roth. I feel comfortable with him just trying to build up the taxable account.
I had just unmuted myself because I was going to say the same thing. So he's got $36,000 in taxable. I would say for the next few years, just build that up. And you can also use that for your healthcare costs.
Yeah, I want there to be more money in there for sure.
Okay, I was planning on using a lot of the mortgage money to do that. So
good. I would say that over the next few years, again, you're not going to have a mortgage. You may or may not have to pay anything for college or grad school. We'll see what happens, right? I would love it if by the time you got to what did you say your mortgage payment is right now?
It's about, including taxes and insurance, it's $1,800.
Yeah, but I mean, so there's only some portion of that we get. But if you just said to me, like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put $1,200 a month that was, or 15 grand a year away for sure. I'd love for you to have more like 100 grand in that non-qualified account by the time you retire. And I think you'll be able to do that easily.
Okay.
I really
Okay.
do. I think that you should feel free and, just simply to live your life and do that next thing and figure out what you'd like to do next. And you've got I think also a really nice opportunity here in a weird way when your daughter goes away to school. You won't have a mortgage. You may not even have that $8,000 of tuition payment for high school because, between your employer and the money in the 529 plan, I don't think there's going to be that much you have to have out of pocket to pay for her. You could start socking away a lot more money in the taxable account, figure out what you want to do next. And I mean, it should be anything that comes up. I want you to free yourself from any preconceived notions that you had about what would be next and think about what you would like to do next. I have a feeling that, Mark, I don't know if you're feeling this also. I feel like Tony has probably shouldered a lot of burdens in his life. And now it's time for you to be like, okay, it's Tony time. And by the way, Tony time starts now, meaning you got to think about it because you don't want it to sneak up on you. You really, really want to be able to be in control of it. And that's what I think is, to me, the daunting part and the exciting part all at once. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is very helpful.
Any other questions for us? Do you have I presume you have all of your estate documents because you're the dad and there's not a lot there. So you got that done, right?
Yeah, and that's one thing that my wife and I had done a few years before. And let me also say this. One mistake that we did is we did not get any extra life insurance except from our employers. And that made it a little difficult after my wife died. I got some from her employer, but please, everybody, get life insurance. You can.
Yes. And you know what? I must say that thank you for saying that because especially when you're younger, buying that insurance is so cheap. It's one of those things where it's like better than any other insurance product because the cost is so small. And if you did have something horrible happen, it's so great to just have a little more flexibility. So thank you for saying that. I think that's a good point. Again, I'm excited for Tony time. So just make sure you send us some pictures from whatever is happening. Or maybe it's just squiggles in a notebook where you're like, hey, you know what? I wrote down these 5 thoughts, but share it with us. And we're rooting for you, man. You deserve it. Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, if you need some Tony time yourself, then you can just give us a holler. Go to JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button. And once you do that, a form will pop up. It will give you the opportunity to tell us what's going on. And Mark will do the rest. He'll book you. He'll get you on the program. And while you're waiting to come on the program, you can do things like sign up for the free weekly newsletter and check out our other show and check out video stuff that I do and check out the blog. And most importantly, think about the things that are important to you. And we want to help you make those hopes and dreams and goals. We want to help you make them reality. And they're yours. So we want you to do that. Okay? Very good. All right. Do me a favor. Lift someone up today. Grit, growth, grace. Thank you for listening. And we'll talk to you tomorrow.